Let's see. Are we?
I'm too warm to be frozen.
Okay, we are back alive though. So Brian, what's on the show today?
Um, we got your big switches. Get your big switches here. Also, damage control from our Chinese brethren. Today on Top Clack.
And
You're not gonna juggle this? Maybe you should try, just for the hell of it.
I can do two.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Top Clack, where we do Top Clack stuff. Aww.
Yeah. We may or may not talk about keyboards. We may or may not talk about keyboard-related topics. That's all I'm saying. I know last week I said that we would have a guest today, and apparently I lied. For that, I am sorry. Sometimes it's difficult to get guests. Sometimes there's time zone conflictions, schedule conflictions, etc., etc. Something I will remind people towards the end of the show, but I'll say it now anyways, is that we are always looking to get interesting and influential people on the show. So if you guys actually have ideas or opinions on who you'd like to see on the show, you can always let us know. I can message anyone.
And Brian, what would be the best way to let us know?
Oh boy. Well, if you joined our Discord, that would be a very good start. You can give us ideas there. But there are lots of other ways too. You can always hit us up on Reddit. Honestly, anything works. Even email topclack@gmail.com. Wherever. Just send us ideas. Keanu Reeves, okay. I am in contact with Keanu Reeves' agent, so I will ask him. Yes. So Huey has that thug eyebrow. Wait, what?
Oh, the scar I have on my eyebrow.
I never noticed that.
Most people don't notice that. I have the camera at a different angle today, so I guess it's more noticeable than normal.
Huh.
But if you look at the old episodes, I always have it. It's one of those things.
Okay. People are Megaforce. Oh man, I don't know if you want Megaforce. Maybe. Hata round 2. That could be cool. That could be very cool. But yeah, like you guys can just give us ideas. Discord under the show. You can check that out and you can hit us up there. It's an open Discord. Join freely. What's wrong with Megaforce? Nothing's wrong with Megaforce. He was a delight in person. I just like to give him a hard time. Pudsey, yeah, it's always possible. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's get on with the news today. What is new in the news? Once I can find the news viewer screen. Here's the news viewer screen, which is
Found it.
not working because that's my life.
Are we doing our discussion later or before the news? Probably later, I guess, right?
Yes? No? Maybe? There's the news doc working now. Starting up with the keycap news. How to handle a group buy disaster by zFrontier.
This is proud of our partners for this one.
This was zFrontier?
This is proper damage control. This is about as good as it gets.
So what basically happened is, let's start with the original design picture. Here on screen you can see that's the original design and how they wanted the SA nuclear SA to turn out. Nice orange and blue going on, right? Look decent. Here's how it actually turned out. Much more of a muted kind of colors. Not necessarily bad in colors, but not what was promised, which is the big deal. Now, whether or not it was bad is a different question. That's if you didn't like it before, you probably don't like it now anyways, but it turned out differently. And that's never a great thing. So after their deepest apologizing, everyone who has received a set can return it directly to Maxkeys for a full refund, including shipping, which zFrontier will recoup you the amount for the shipping as well. For anyone who hasn't received the set and doesn't want it because of the color change, they'll be issued a full refund, and everyone in the group buy will be issued a $15 coupon. with no minimum requirements for usage.
Just for the stress.
Just for
of
like
the situation.
Sorry.
Yeah. So really, really, really good on zFrontier for doing this. They're approaching this, and I don't even think there's a better way to do this. Like they're fronting the shipping costs for return. You know, they're sincerely and properly apologizing, and they're giving people free money. So, I mean, that's pretty much what you always want from your vendors. Can't really complain about that. I wish everyone would take some notes out of zFrontier's book here, and work on this kind of public display of awesomeness.
So in addition, one thing they're doing is from now on, they said one of their big mistakes is they didn't have the proper samples when they during the group buy phase. So now for all sets, they're going to have the proper physical samples in their hands to make sure these are the colors we are ordering. This is how it's going to turn out, and everything will be hunky dory. I know some people were worried about in the comments worried about their new one they ran, that we advertised, Night King. Also had a giveaway for that. That they said won't have any issues with. The colors for there are as is. So
yeah. So I mean, to be fair, zFrontier should have already been getting samples of sets, samples of pretty much anything that they're ever going to be distributing. That is something that should always be done by any vendor, in my opinion. You should never blindly sell or distribute a product. You should always know what it is, so that way you can make sure everything's okay and answer questions about it correctly, etc. They weren't doing that until now, but they are going to start doing that, so that's good. Better late than never. So happy about zFrontier on this one. Good job.
Good job, zFrontier.
All right. What else we got, Huey?
Hold on, I want to see what the announcement looks like in Chinese.
Oh?
I mean, I don't know what I expected. I still can't read it.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing in a different language, Huey.
But the memes, dude. Look at the pictures they post. You see that cat?
Wait, hold on.
In the comments, go and look at that cat. Like it's like the third comment.
Let me go to the page first. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, what's the next one?
Okay, sorry. Back to the news.
Oh my god, these are amazing.
There is a group buy started for the Maxkeys SA Flamingo set run by Hawk HOQ. It's an all-in-one key set, 129 keys, 8 Flamingo novelties, 2 orange space bars. There are the renders. $99, and that's including the 4.4% plus 0.3 US dollar PayPal fee.
That's a fair price.
The shipping fee, it says, will be 15 to 25 US dollars depending on where you are, and they'll be adding the shipping fee to your invoice.
Why do we not yet have a 1.5U SA Maxkeys backspace? How come we cannot get that one key?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone needs to pay for the molding. Probably.
I don't understand.
The molding actually should already. I don't know. I mean, it exists at one point, not for Maxkeys, but
just that one
SA.
key. Just give us that one key.
Dude, molds ain't cheap, you know? Molds ain't cheap.
One key. One key.
See, this guy has some orange, and we got some pink, and we got some, what's that, like, brownish?
Yeah, I don't really care for this set. So there's that. I don't know. But sets are all preference anyways. I'm sure a lot of people are absolutely head over heels for this set. I am just not one of them.
I think if they ran more like the flamingo theme of like Vegas flamingos, like bright pink, loud, and like
what is this
like truly
to be?
like if you were like peacocking out at a bar, I feel like that's the theme they should have gone with.
Like what is this what is this supposed to be based on? What is the actual theme here?
The, I, the pink is a flamingo. The novelties are flamingo, palm tree.
There's like a palm tree. Is this supposed to be like a Vegas thing? I don't actually know.
I'm not a big Vegas goer, so I don't know.
I've never been to Vegas either. But I don't see the theme here.
Top clack Vegas trip.
Yeah, actually, I might be going to Vegas in April.
Ooh, I'll meet you there then. It's only like a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
let's turn up. But that's SA Flamingo. Check it out in that Geek Hack thread. Let's move on to our keyboard news. I really like this first one. The Planck eotw, aka the Easy on the Wallet plate kit.
Wow.
From OLKB.
That initialism.
Okay. The plate kit, which comes with the MX top plate and a bottom plate, $12 or $16 for a sandwich case. The materials are the same material that PCBs are made out of.
Oh, okay.
Hence, say that really cool. They can have those really cool designs on the bottom.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very neat.
Oh man, okay. Jack with that FCC approval. What a baller.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Where?
Look in the back on one of them. He has the FCC approval thing. You know, like it doesn't,
okay,
not a harmful interference and stuff like that, and cause undesirable things. Nice. So $16. So you want to put a Planck together now. We got $16 for the base case. You need 47 switches minimum, or if this goes around up to 48, okay. Maybe you get some cheap switches for 30 cents each. You know, I'm just gonna do easy math and say 50 cents each. You're buying decent switches. You're at $24 plus the 16. You're at $40 for, and then you get the PCB for the Planck. How much is the PCB for the Planck? Let's see. It is $40. You're at $80 for a keyboard without labor or soldering stuff.
Yeah, and you're really upselling the switches too, because you can get switches for like 20 cents each.
Exactly.
20 to 30 cents.
I rounded all the way up to 50 cents each. I mean, and then you can get keycaps on top of that. But I mean, you can always I don't know, overspend and get some signature plastics.
Massdrop has run Planck specific key sets multiple times now for very low prices. So yeah, this could be a well under $100 Planck, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like these designs too. That's neat.
Very neato indeedo. So that's awesome. I like it. It's a different plate material. It's what they use for PCBs.
Yeah, and if you get the grid exclusive layout, it's only $12 instead of 16.
Yeah. So,
very cool.
Jack, that is a great thing you're doing. Okay, you're bringing
good guy Jack
keyboard awesomely down. Next up, we have the Intercheck by Triangle Lab and the Mickey team. It's a 60% Bluetooth PCB with a 60% alu case. I think for most people, the big seller is the Bluetooth part, Bluetooth 4.0. Interesting controller. It's the Nordic NRF51822, a bit different from the Atmel. One of the Atmels everyone's used to. There's a part on the PCB for 2 batteries, and because of the extra space the battery takes, you can see at the bottom here it does have its own case.
So
it shouldn't. I don't think it'll work with a traditional 60% case because of where the battery goes. And that's probably why they have the opening as well, so the Bluetooth can actually like escape. Otherwise, sometimes Bluetooth doesn't work well with aluminum.
Okay. So a fully assembled PCB will be $50 without shipping. The aluminum case without the brass weight is going to be $90 or less without shipping. Those are the estimated prices as of 3 days ago.
I like this expanded blowout of the kit. Switches and stabilizers. And you move down to the plate, screws, PCB, optional brass weights, aluminum case, acrylic bottom cover, rubber feet.
Yeah. And he does say for continental US buyers, 20 or 30 PCBs can be shipped directly from me. I'll cover the international shipping because I'll have packages shipping from China anyways. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if he means that he'll ship that to a distributor in the US, or if he'll ship them separately to each of the people that buy them in the US.
Quite a decent amount of bottom row compatibility.
Swiss cheese.
So yeah, that Swiss cheese in that third row for those crazy people out there.
Yep. And this is okay, so check out the left shift here. This is something I didn't know existed until like a few weeks ago, and now almost every PCB I see has this. So on the left shift, you'll notice that it supports both traditional 2.25U as well as the newer 2U configuration, so that way you can fit arrow keys and have that funky stagger on the bottom, or the row 3. So when you look at the stabilizer holes there, you can actually use clip-in stabilizers there because it's 2 holes that are like this. When you put the clip-in stabilizer in one, it doesn't clip because no matter which direction you put it in, it can't clip in because.
Wait, for the left shift?
Yes.
Mine clips in.
On this PCB?
Oh, not on this PCB, but I mean, we have the one we built with last time has that for the 2U shift, both, right?
How did yours clip in when they? There's 2 holes there though.
There's. I mean, it clips in vertically, not horizontally.
What?
I mean, mine works.
Oh, mine didn't work. I had to use screw in for mine.
I didn't use a screw in for mine. I can pop mine out right meow because this case allows me to.
Interesting. Oh, the stabs that I were using were forked horizontally.
Cause I mean, tension's usually on top and bottom. I mean, I'll do some HD pics later, but it should be okay with normal stabs. Should be okay. It might be loose, but it should be okay.
Mine was very loose, too loose for me to consider using, to want to use at least. But yeah, I guess we'll figure that out soon.
So, a lot of people have been saying USB-C is the future. Some people want to move in the Bluetooth direction. What do you think about those options? I don't. This one isn't USB-C. This one's Bluetooth and Mini, I believe. Yes, Mini. Supports QMK, TMK. AAA batteries. Online configurator. Oh, Running Hack is here. He says the Mini will be removed. Which makes sense because you don't need to charge it with the Mini. You have actual physical batteries inside, AAA batteries. Actually, that'd be a really interesting aesthetic for a case. The front of the case having no ports. Nothing leaving your case, or the option of leaving your case in terms of like cables. Right? Imagine.
Yeah, okay. That'd be kind of neat.
That'd be really clean to see a front where there's just no option. One thing I do wonder actually about the acrylic part, are you able to whether or not you'll be able to remove the acrylic without taking apart the case, so you can just swap the battery real quick without taking a few keycaps off, undoing the screws, taking your plate up, putting batteries in, plumping it down. I'm sure should be. It sounds common sense, right?
Well, yeah, but how is the acrylic even mounted here?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, how it doesn't look like there's a way it's mounted, but that's just a render.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We will have to see how it's entered, but.
Yeah, I mean, cool PCB nonetheless. Even the case actually looks okay too.
Oh, he says not a render according to running hack. So how's this acrylic?
Yeah, how is the acrylic in there?
Oh, the only time he has the acrylic in it when it's upside down, and that's gravity. That much I can understand.
Fall out. That would be unfortunate.
But Huh.
I wonder what kind of battery time you get here too with this.
2 AAAs. I mean, it's... So they haven't figured out how the acrylic's going to stay. But hopefully they figure out a solution where you can take it off and replace the batteries easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it's just, like, you screw the acrylic piece in, like, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Just unscrew 2 screws and then replace the batteries. Like, that's not a big deal.
Imagine they made a hinge on one side and just...
That's too fancy, man. 3 fancy, 5 me.
But, man, I think a lot of people would really like the option of having a just Bluetooth board and not relying on those, you know, cheapy 200 milliamp watt LiPo batteries like I have in my my Hasu Bluetooth, and instead just going with like actual batteries, which are pretty good. I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's so many times in this community where so you either have to choose aesthetic or you have to choose functionality, and neither is necessarily wrong. You just have to, like, it really depends on the user. So here they decided to be a little bit more functional and give you that extra option, which does slightly hinder aesthetics because, like you said, without a cable, like any ports or cables at all, like that'd be cool. That would look fly. But it would obviously be less functional because of that. So it is what it is. You got to make choices.
If that's the end result, I would take that hit and get this case. Like, personally, I don't actually really care about Bluetooth devices that much.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I'd get this. I would strongly consider getting this. But we'll see. It's in the interest check phase. You know, like normal, give them feedback, tell them what you might want, what might you not want, things they might need to worry about. But I'm keeping my eye on this one. Keep my eye on this one. Triangle Lab, Mickey team, keep my eye on you.
You're officially on Huey's radar.
You're on the radar. You're on the radar.
All right.
Okay, moving on. Another interest check. A white 60% case with a brass plate, non-floating, 7-degree angle by Senin32, who runs his own shop in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So interestingly, the layout, the plate option does support split backspace, but even more weirdly, it's for 3U space bars or 3U split space. Brian, pop quiz: what key sets come with 3U keys?
None.
Correct.
I feel like wait, hold on. I feel like I've seen like one upcoming. It hasn't even released yet, but I feel like I've seen an upcoming set that has it. Didn't DSA Peach show 3U spacebars, or am I remembering this wrong?
It might have actually.
Or does Laser have a kit with 3U spacebars?
No.
Okay.
So it does support it, but fortunately for everyone else who might be worried about that, this does support standard ANSI layouts. Bless. The bottom plate.
Bless his soul.
Yeah, bottom plate will be polycarb, and a good touch Brian loves. Brian, if you look at the picture, the brass weight goes into the polycarb bottom.
Love that. That's so cool. I don't know why, but you'll actually see it on our next news topic too. But I really like the idea of having like a polycarbonate case with a weight in it, because obviously polycarbonate's not terribly heavy. So, but I like the aesthetic of it, but I also want, you know, a premium heavy case, because I am a premium heavy guy.
So because of that bottom being all PC, it's going to be a top mounted case, as you might see from the screws around the brass plate. I wonder what the price point is going to end up being. If it's pretty low, I think this is like a decent seller. Looks decent. The case looks pretty nice.
Yeah,
nice
to
curves.
me, I'm not going to say this is a copy or anything, because that'd be kind of silly. But to me, this seems a lot like the Tokyo 60 in terms of design. You know, it's the main frame is just the top piece instead of an integrated plate. It has just a normal top mounted plate, top mounted either way. Then it just has a flat piece of material, in this case polycarbonate, for the bottom. That's literally all the Tokyo 60 is.
Mm-hmm.
That exact same design basically, except it's integrated instead of top mounted normally. But there's a weight here. But the design feels a lot similar to me. But you know, by default, I kind of like this because I like the Tokyo 62. I think they both look good. I'm glad this is going to be offered in plates that aren't just this one because, you know, 3U spacebars. Just could you not, please?
Please.
Could you not?
Could you just never split spacebars? Anyone watching this?
On anything bigger than a 40%, you don't need to split spacebars.
Get real.
Come on.
Get real, my dudes.
Come on.
But hey, at least according to the render, all the plates will be switch top removable.
Yep, there's that, and looks like brass is the only option, I think, for the plates.
Yes.
Which is cool. It is PVD, so it's going to have that coating on it. So it should keep that kind of like mirror shine, kind of like the M65 brass options do, which is really cool. Yeah.
There's a
pretty stoked with this one.
link to the form. Yeah. Really exciting. I wonder where this is gonna go. For me, something like this, it really depends on the price point. If they can get a I wouldn't say cheap, but affordable for what it is price point, this might have a lot of people heading its way.
How much do you think this will cost for brass plate, brass weight?
No PCB?
Is there a PCB for the kit?
I mean, can you? It
says
they have the Do 60 PCB, which
Well,
Senin sells. So I'm sure.
But there's no info on whether this kit will come with a PCB or or it will not, or if it'll be optional. So
I mean, I want to see it at 140
without a PCB.
without a PCB. I want to see it at 140 without a PCB.
So competing with the last case we looked at with the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
About 140.
Yeah.
Okay.
But realistically,
probably high.
Yeah, that's probably in the high, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns.
I'm gonna ballpark 180 without a PCB.
That sounds more accurate. That sounds more realistic.
Less hopeful. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like being a bit hopeful about it, but tabada.
Looks good though.
Tabada. Okay, moving on to the teaser for the M by SS, MxSS, polycarbonate and brass 65%er right here. This really gets Brian going. His juices.
This is what I was talking about. I'm not the biggest fan of 60%, but I really like the idea here. So it's like a two-piece polycarbonate case, and then there's a brass plate, and then there's also a liner of brass at the bottom that goes above the bottom part of the polycarbonate, but below the PCB. So it's effectively a brass weight, but it's like a thinner sheet, like a full sheet. If you look at in the first picture there, you can see it. That's freaking awesome to me. I love that. I really like this a lot. Every time I see what is it, the TGR 910 polycarbonate version that has a brass weight at the bottom, I want one of those so bad, man. So bad.
Well, this will hopefully be a good runner-up for you if you can't get that one.
Yep, that's the hope at least. Very similar kind of design, but yeah, I need to see more polycarbonate brass builds because that's just freaking sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This isn't really I don't know if I'd call this an interest check, more just like a teaser.
It is, definitely a teaser. I mean, it's definitely inspired by the 910 because you can see there's the blockers for the corner, like where the 910 had the blocker for the 910 logo and the blocker separating the arrow keys from the rest of the bottom row.
Yep. So
we will see where this takes us.
My eyes are open for that.
It's on Brian's radar. It's going beep. He actually has a sonar. So he's
I'm actually blind. So I need to hear it.
Have you guys heard his nickname, Brian the Bat?
All right, this has to stop now.
Okay.
It doesn't have to stop. is a OneUp Keyboard stocking the Klippe case designed by Leandrin.
Looks like they only have silver and perps remaining.
Yeah, so about 7-ish hours ago, they were officially restocked in 4 colors, if I recall. There was a black, a gray, a silver, and a purple, or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But right now, they only have silver and purple left. The other 2 colors have sold out. So if you've been eyeing Klippe, you got 2 color choices left.
But it's not Drac purple.
That. It is not Drac purple. They are still $179, so in line with the round 1, if you consider this a round 2. And then I think round 3 is also potentially on the way.
I think it's next month. Supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean this case was intended to be very accessible, and it looks like that's going to become a little bit more of a thing, which is cool, because the Klippe is pretty cool.
Cool. Okay, let's go to some other news. Are we gonna start with this right away, or are we gonna move this?
We'll wait on that.
Yeah.
But now people know what's happening.
Yeah. But since we're talking about OneUp. I don't know if I want to open up this whole image, but OneUp Keyboards had some kits at Micro Center, which was met with reactions. Yeah.
Oh, you had an image of the post.
Yeah, dude, because Pete deleted the image. He deleted the post because So, originally Pete posted like, "Hey guys, OneUp Keyboards has they're now Micro Center in Columbus, Ohio is now shelving putting on our shelves their carbon TKL kits, and if you get one, we have an awesome deal. We'll send you a free cable." And she's like, that's an awesome deal. You get a free cable if you the thing. But then people started looking at it, and they were like, it's $378 for a skeleton kit.
Yeah, so there's a lot to say on this, and we're not going to sit here and poke the bear or rehash old fires, because this is already kind of dying down a little bit. But we just kind of want to touch on it a little bit, because it is very controversial. It's very interesting. On one hand, you have a community vendor like OneUp Keyboards, which has been around in our community for a while now, finally getting a product out on the shelves of a major retailer. This is a big deal. Micro Center is not a small time retailer. Micro Center is all over the country. It's kind of a big deal. Obviously, they're only stocking in one store at the moment, or that's what it seemed like. I don't know if they have any
just the one in Columbus, Ohio, for now.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, that's a step in the right direction. It's pretty cool. You could argue that it'll help get more people into our community, which can be cool. It can give them a bit of a skewed look on pricing on things in our community, because $378 is kind of a lot to spend on a keyboard. I'm not going to say the quality of the components here are bad, because I as far as I know, Pete sources like all this stuff from like Korea. They could be very good. He uses GUN PCBs. The kit comes with switches and stabilizers and et cetera, et cetera.
They are,
but it is a little expensive at a glance. I had a really long talk with Pete the other day about this, and I'm not going to go into much detail because a lot of what we talked about we wanted to keep private. But the bottom line is, like, he doesn't necessarily see that he's doing anything wrong here per se, because he's sourcing these what he calls quality components, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't, I don't know. And it's a full kit, and you'll actually, if you go through the thread, you'll actually see a lot of people, they're arguing like, for that price you can buy a Mech 27, and it's like, okay, you can almost buy a Mech 27 case, and then also have to pay shipping. But like, and then Pete's constant argument here is that this is actually a full kit. It comes with everything you need for a keyboard. as opposed to just coming with a housing. And he was talking to me a lot about his kind of design philosophy and how he thinks that skeleton cases are very his style and kind of like the epitome of what keyboards should be in a sense, because it's like it's not hiding anything. It's very minimal. Postmodern is a term he likes to use. I don't know. I wasn't arguing with him or anything. I was kind of just trying to get some information and kind of let him know where I was coming from. And I think both of us learned some things in that conversation. He kind of, it's just, one of the things I told him, I was like, okay, look, first off, all these people that are shitting on you in this post, they're not even your target audience. They're people like me and Huey that are not going to be buying this stuff. His target audience is like brand new people to the community and people that are, ready to build their first board, which is fine. But it's just funny because all the people that are just absolutely shitting on him and saying that they should buy, Mech 27 or, insert Korean custom here for the same price are all the people that aren't going to be buying this board anyway. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I was kind of showing him like the perspective on how we see it and why it might be a problem. And he was like, okay, I see. Like, that does make sense. And he did say he shouldn't have been a douchebag in the thread. He said that was definitely not one of his better moments, and he apologized for that. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. But there's lots to say on this. We're not going to really talk much more about it. But yeah, Huey, do you want to talk a little about this?
I will be unfortunately not as nice as you. And even though we aren't his target audience, he's not targeting anyone. Okay, first of all, people chat, these aren't my downvotes, B-dubs. This was a screen cap by not original user. Actually, this was deleted before I even got to it, hence I found this image. So, but about the audience and everything else that Pete may or may not be targeting. He wants to target it to new people in the community, but most everyone by now knows new people in the community are the people who are starting out with Magic Forces, Pokers, or big OEM boards, Razer, Corsair, and etc. So he's kind of almost unreasonably targeting no one, whether or not that's his postmodernist agenda. Sure. And like Brian said, he was a complete douche nozzle in handling the comments and the way he did it. But even the kit itself with its components, I mean, it's much more than what it should be, but
yeah, I mean, we're coming from a community where when we see a sandwich case, with or without a spacer in it, we see it for $100 or $150, and sometimes that comes with things like PCB, and sometimes it does not. Usually they're made in China. These are not
just like his stabilizers.
No, we're not going to get into that. But yeah, in Pete's defense, this was the most expensive of the three options that he gave to Micro Center. There are cheaper kits to buy. This was just kind of his premium option.
So Crowbot actually had a really good response. He posted in a lot of Discords, which I agree with a lot. Like, I'm not particularly mad at Pete, at OneUp, at his product, but I'm more upset, like a lot of people are, about the way he's going about it, because it seems almost predatory toward newer people. But business be business, yo.
I mean, okay, yeah, but the bottom line is if he's selling them,
yeah,
then okay, good hustle, more respect, I guess, because
gotta do what you gotta do.
We can say whatever we want, but if he's selling these and making a living off them, then obviously there's an audience for them. I don't have any numbers. I don't know if he's selling a lot of these or none of these. It could be either. Maybe we can get an update on this in the near future.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quick plug though, actually. So we've talked about it a little bit in the past, but Huey and I both have new shows in the works. Huey's already put out an episode of his new show, Which Switch, which is a very awesome informational Switch guide kind of thing. I will be doing a very more focused personal interview with people. It won't be live. It'll be like an actual, like, real personal, like, in-depth interview video with other people in the community. A lot of people that we can't get on Top Clack because of schedule conflicts. I don't sleep, so I have the luxury of being able to talk with people at all hours of the day, basically. So I'll be able to hit all these people that aren't normally able to come on Top Clack, like Leandrin would be really cool. He's already agreed to come on with me. I did talk to Pete. That's where I was going with this, actually, because in lieu of all this controversial happenings, I was like, hey, like, would you be cool coming on the show and talking? And this show is not going to beat around the bush like Top Clack often does either. Like, we'll get down and dirty. We'll talk about drama, whatever. So yeah, like that. Leandrin, Pete will come on. They both agreed. I'm trying to get Bunny Lake on. He agreed a while back. That could be fun. So yeah. Long story short, but Pete has agreed to come on that show. That might even be my very first episode, hopefully in the very near future. And we will get down to the nitty gritty and talk about stuff like this, and it'll be fun.
I hope we learn a lot, because I mean I've talked to Pete during his stream. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy. Like,
yeah, he's a nice guy.
Him and I have only ever had like really pleasant conversations.
Because like honestly, when I first saw that image, like, 'cause like it was already deleted, like I mentioned, I was going through him like, this doesn't sound like Pete. I've never seen him like this, but
yeah, he got a little aggressive in the thread, and he admitted to that. And he's like, yeah, it's not my best moment.
At least he admitted to that.
Can't change the past, though.
But that's the news. We'll see how things will be changing in the future with that. Hopefully you'll keep us updated with that when your new show launches. Looking forward to it. Yep. You can check it out on the YouTube Top Clack channel. Plug.
Linked under the stream. Make sure you sub to that so you can catch all the drama.
Something that isn't dramatic, but in my opinion a bit odd, is the new Outemu Ice Switches, the Ice Click and Silver, which have polycarbonate stems, so they're all clear, so you can see completely through them. So if you had like SMD LEDs or in-switch LEDs, they'd shine a lot. So my biggest thing is like, there's one keyboard I've tried out before that had polycarbonate switches. Hata showed me this keyboard. It was the Wooting keyboard. And that was literally, my bad, it wasn't the silver, it's just the Ice Click. But it's literally one of the absolute worst keyboards I've ever tried in my life with a polycarbonate stem.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It was really
bad. I didn't think it was good. I don't think it was that bad.
When I felt it, I was like, nope. Like, for a second, when I took one of the switches out, because they're hot swappable with the 8 additional ones they include, because they assume you're going to break them because of how bad the switches are made, I was like, oh crap, Hata, I might have broken a switch. She's like, I don't care for that keyboard.
For reference, I'm pretty sure this keyboard used the Flare Tech Blue switches, which do have a clear slider, polycarbonate slider.
But hopefully...
They look cool.
Yeah,
these look really cool.
So, but hopefully Outemu has done it right. And hopefully Outemu made these PC sliders not crappy. That's what I'm hoping. Man, I wish it was click bar style clicky switch, because like click jacket.
Yeah, I have no interest in this.
That's so pre 2017.
That's so like 4 months ago or whatever, 5 months ago.
Whenever box switches started shipping.
Whenever box switches came out, yeah. But hey, if you want them, they are at Novelkeys.
I mean, a lot of people are really big on the R's, the G's, and the B's, as we always say. For a lot of people, those are the B's knees, the RGB's knees.
Yeah,
oh man,
I'd be really curious to see how these look on a Zeal 60.
I would too, but I'm not willing to get them for my Zeal 60.
Yeah, I don't want to use them. I just want to see them.
So
someone do this in chat, please.
And please send us pics. But hey, they're available from our wonderful partner Novelkeys. I mean, I do appreciate people are always trying things out, but we haven't tried them out. Maybe they'll be decent. We will see. We will see. So a really cool post by our partner over at zFrontier, who also did an English translated version. You might have seen the original post. They did a tour of the Kailh factory. Oh man. Kailh has just been on top of it.
What my first comment? I was actually talking to Steven about this, or I was talking to someone else. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, these pictures. Like the first thing I noticed when scrolling through these is that everything is so freaking clean. And he was like, yeah, the factory's like dust proof. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was talking to the one of the engineers at Input Club, who went with Hata over to China to go through the factory, and he was explaining to me what all of the machines do that they took pictures of, and like what they do at each station, which parts are all automated. Like I'm gonna go this one I have in the middle of the screen right now. That giant room filled with those machines, they assemble switches, and it's completely automated. Like that's how how empty that floor normally is. That's it. And it assembles all the switches. It has all the housings, all the stems. They feed the stems one a certain direction, and then suddenly they pop out into a bucket assembled with the leaf. That's the GIF that a lot of people saw that Steven posted. One thing I was really upset about is this translation. So it says, "What is this lady doing?" If you had on the original Chinese page and you did the English translation, it says, "What is little sister doing?" I thought that was a way better translation. Mostly because Brian, for example, is foreign Big Brother. Yeah.
My sister. What's my sister doing? I really like this GIF of the machine that's pressing the switches to test them.
So it is sped up, but
it's really cool because do you guys see what switches these are? These are Hako switches and box jades and box navies.
Yep.
They're all at this point in time, at least, they were all still in the testing phase. So
they will be finished testing today or tomorrow, I believe, and then large scale manufacturing will be going on next week, probably next week or the week after, they said. So
very cool. People have been stoked for all of these switches. So
we did talk about it a few episodes ago. So those machines usually go way slower. Usually it's 5 presses per second. And if you do the math, it takes a long time to reach 50 to 80 million presses. Even at 5 a second. It takes a decent amount of time. So when they do their longevity tests to make sure, like, hey, these switches will take time, will be good for you, it takes time for them to actually verify it, and it's cool that they do. This machine is really cool, though. This is their force curve machine, a bit different from the one that Jacob of Hata uses of Input Club. A bit different.
This one's probably better. Probably. It looks a lot more official, at least.
Well, Jacob tells me all the time, like, the way different people use force curves can be different. And like sometimes, we talk about how he designed his switches based off force curves, which if you guys haven't seen that talk yet from our meetup, from the meetup I did, you guys should see it. Yeah, it's really interesting because they go back and forth with the data. They test batches of switches, as you see in this GIF, to make sure they stay consistent to what they should be. That's so cool.
Yeah. I like someone in chat said, imagine all those click sounds like in that room where they're testing the box navies and box jades, because those clicks are loud, man. Could you imagine just like tons and tons of switches like that?
So this was a wonderful post that zFrontier did. Man, this is like so when he first posted me, he Steven, who also posts as Indiana Jones on zFrontier, he immediately PM'd me and he's like, should I translate to English? Is this what people would want to see? I'm like, yes. Please translate it as soon as you can, because people love getting inside looks at these kind of things. Yeah, so check out this link if you haven't. It's a really cool picture tour that they did of the factory. I mean, Kailh is going in a good direction. Really good direction. Like, man, 3-4 years ago, everyone was complaining like, oh, Razer have been using Kailh blues and their Kailh blues are blah, 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 blah. Now,
that's because Kailh switches used to be bad.
Yeah,
they used to be bad, and now they're not.
Yeah, now they are actually amazing. You know, but it looks like Kailh and zFrontier, they said they were working on a future collaboration. They will keep it a secret, so we're excited to find out eventually in the future what that secret may be.
Ooh, new switch. Give me more switches.
Yeah, check that out when you get a chance, man.
Yeah. Also, quick shout out to everyone that's watching it now. We had like 94 viewers. This is like the highest view count we've ever had since our 1 year special, which was a lot. But we were also giving away like outrageous amounts of stuff. So the fact that we've gotten 94 viewers on this live stream is nuts. We don't even have a guest. This is crazy. It's cool to see Top Clack grow like that.
Just imagine if we had the star power of Vector here. We could like 200 people.
True.
No issue.
So yes, thank you guys for tuning in. We do have giveaways. If you didn't see that, we have giveaways coming very shortly. We got some big switches to give away. So we have one of each big switch to give away. Not the ones that Huey's juggling, because you know he's gonna wind up breaking all those.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, once we get through the news, we'll throw it over to the giveaway. We're almost done with that.
And if you have questions, we'll do the Q&A after the discussion point as Wellerino. So, Moving on, our other partners over at Input Club, who run Kono.store, have extended the group buy for the Hako Switch until December 20th. So, if you're looking for a Christmas gift for your partner, significant other, or yourself, get them some Hako mechanical switches in the true or clear flavors. We've talked about this at length. These switches.
Yes, they're good. They're good. They're very good. I wonder if this group buy got extended because they didn't meet the amount of sales they were hoping to, or because you and I posted reviews about them so late.
I'd like to think it's because they're so awesome and they want more people to be able to enjoy these switches. Because I think I think possibly, I don't know, like I said, this is all speculation, but I believe possibly they probably got more orders than expected and they wanted to keep it open so more people can join in, so they can have an even bigger order with Kailh, so more people can enjoy them. I don't know the truth behind
that could be true too. Yes.
I that's what I would like to think. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For me, that helps with my review. But speaking of reviews, since this news was just group buys extended, check it out. They're awesome switches. But Brian wrote about why the Halo Clear is a pretty cool switch. The Input Club's Hako Clear Switch review by Quakeums.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and link both of our reviews here.
Yeah, so let's start with yours. You have the Hako Clears. Can you give us maybe a quick rundown? Not obviously not as in depth as your review or article, but quick rundown. What should people expect out of these Hako Clears now that you've been typing with them for a while?
In my opinion, they're basically what MX Clears should have been. It's a very smooth and luxurious kind of switch. The tactility is not extreme, but it's very good. Bump is very high up, basically right at the top. In terms of, let me actually grab my board real quick. I have them on my my Alf here, with stuff falling off of it because Alf. But yeah, it's a very nice, crisp, round tactility. I like it a lot. The switch is very stable. It's very smooth, and I like the feeling of tactility on the upstroke too, which is something I don't normally think about for tactile switches, but for these it's noticeable, and I like it a lot. The spring I think is absolutely perfect. I really do like the idea, and I like them for the wrong reason, and I think I say this in the review too. But so the springs for the Halo Clears and the Halo Trues were chosen by Input Club because they want to help you type properly and not bottom out your switches. And I cover this in the review a little bit, but the gap between how much force it takes to actuate and how much force it takes to bottom out is much wider than a lot of more standard switches on the market. And that's because they want the switch to become a lot heavier after you actuate, so that way you don't bottom out. But me being, an inhuman monster, I do bottom out my switches, and I actually get more benefit because I really like the way that spring feels. It's a very bouncy kind of feel. I like that added extra weight. Even when I do bottom out, I think it feels incredible. So even though I'm typing improperly, like most of you probably are, let's be honest, I think it feels really good.
That's interesting you say that, because so in my I'm calling it a part 1 review because it's only part of the script that I finished for the video review that should be out this weekend. But the Halo trues are true to the concepts that Hata wanted, which is not to bottom out. And I would like to read a excerpt from my review, which will also cover the fail, which I thought was in good timing since fail round 2 and fail pros around the corner. But quote, "These Hako true switches are the true dom of typing. These switches will punish you like the naughty boy you are if you're constantly bottoming out. She'll make you sore but beg for more. These switches prefer those who are properly typing, meaning those who don't needlessly bottom out. The Hako True's spring is very unique and a very light preload to the press, and like her Hako Clear sister, discourages bottoming out by rapidly increasing in force needed as you approach the bottom." So the increase of force is a bit more drastic than the Hako Clear. But like for me, this is the one board I don't bottom out on. I bottom out on all the rest of the boards. The only other board I've ever owned that I would say I didn't bottom out on was my MX Tactile Gray board from when I first started the hobby. But like other than that, like actually this board feels really good when you don't bottom out, and it feels off when you do. And that kind of gets you to start just bottoming out just because you get that euphoria from not bottoming out because of how it feels. But otherwise, every other board, I love bottoming out. But this one is kind of like trained me in its own way to like, I'm not going to bottom out because, yeah, it's cute. It's cute.
It's too bad Vector isn't here because I know he rapidly increases in force as he approaches the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to say that for like a minute.
So this is incomplete script for my review, which will be coming out hopefully soon. For those who complain about all my hand jitteriness, I finally got a 3D gimbal. I got a gimbal for my camera, so it'll be nice and super smooth for my panning and trucking shots. Yay! So hopefully better protection quality. Just gotta work on my editing.
Slowly but surely, Top Clack is increasing in production value. I promise, it's happening.
It's happening. So check those out. And last but not least, our other partner, Novelkeys.
He's been working on some designs that he was okay with us teasing. He has not even made a post about this, so this is the first time the public is seeing it.
He is working on some.
These are desk mats. These are keyset-themed desk mats. If you have a good eye for key sets, you know that the first row is Godspeed, the second and third rows are Laser, and the fourth row is Pulse. All of those are key sets designed by Mito, very popular colorways, and Mike of Novelkeys was like, hey, I should hit up Mito and see if he'd be okay with me using these designs, and maybe I could put out some key set themed desk mats, which I think is a really cool idea because we haven't seen that yet, to my knowledge. I have never seen a key set themed desk mat yet. So pretty stoked about these. I like these designs a lot, especially the Godspeed one. I think it's really cool. If your eye is keen, you probably know that this is actually this picture was cut off. There was an A row, but
we don't talk about the A row.
Yeah, but that design was a popular key set that will not be happening anymore for the mouse mat probably. So he decided he didn't want to share that at the moment.
He never even started with A, guys. It was just B the whole time.
Mike is such a badass that he just starts at B. So if you like these, let him know. Let us know in the Discord. Let him know in the Discord. Because I think they're pretty cool. I'd use one of these.
I think they are ballin'.
You know what else is ballin'?
Our discussion point that we should
big switches.
Should we do that? I feel like we should do that after our discussion point.
I mean, we have
so people will talk to us before they all leave because they won or didn't win.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Look at this. We got 99 viewers.
I got 99 viewers, but
Can we cross to 100?
Something ain't one.
Can we cross to 100 for the first time since our 1-year special? That would make Bektor happy. He's not even here. He's in Thailand right now. Okay, we can do the discussion point first. We'll make it quick-ish.
So, to everyone in chat, to Brian and myself, what's your favorite keyboard innovation?
So I actually haven't even thought about this yet. So I'm gonna
Neither have I.
So we'll see what chat comes up with. Yeah, your favorite keyboard innovation.
In before someone in chat puts like USB-C. Recently, my favorite innovation recently is the click bar. Layers, full programmability, mounting, QMK. QMK is actually a really good one, I would say, for a lot of people. Kailh hot swap sockets. That's a good one.
Ooh. I feel like I just like forgot about all this stuff.
HHKB layout. Yes.
I do.
Thank you, Wada Sensei. Top mounted plates.
Mounting.
A lot of people are liking top. It's like the new in thing.
Top mount has always been popular though, like among customs, if I'm not mistaken. Like people have always kind of heralded as top mount as the best of the best, and tray mount is kind of like a meh idea.
Layers, lube for grandma's lube.
Yeah, grandma's lube in particular, definitely a good innovation.
Thank you so much for just running with that account now.
Yeah, like I'm really curious to know who it was originally.
I like it was someone just grabbed it and then as a joke. A bad joke I made, and it's gone now. Increased the use of brass.
It's pretty good. Click bar, I think, is definitely a good one. That's pretty good.
For me, click bar for the recent innovations. That's definitely one of them up there.
Olive oil lube. I should try that. Actually, oh wait, I don't know if it ever happened. I remember Mech Merlin a while ago was talking about doing a video where he would lube switches with whatever he could find in his refrigerator. And I said, that is amazing. That is a fantastic video idea. You have to do this. And I don't think it ever happened.
Someone please lube switches with sesame oil.
Yes. I need soy sauce and, grape jelly switches.
But man, we got a lot of ones. I mean, remember for this question, I just said just innovation doesn't have to be new, doesn't have to be old. It can be any kind of innovation. For me, the recent ones at least would be click bar. If I go all throughout the ages, HHKB layout I think has to be pretty high up there. IMO for me at least.
OG Master Keith says color matched cables. That's a good one. That's good. Yeah,
BKE Redux. A lot of people are liking them Redux domes. I'm probably gonna get some.
Oh, totally.
For myself.
Yeah. Actually, I think mine came in today. I need to go check my mail.
I need to order mine tonight, probably.
Clicky Topper switches? That's not a thing, is it? No way.
Color match desk pads.
Okay. 2U shift.
No.
All right. You're home. I'm gonna ban you real quick.
No, Tech Fresh. No. Cherry profile. Yep, that's definitely up there as well.
How about GMK keycaps? Split spacebar. All right, you're also banned. Master Wanderer says top clack. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Big switches. Speaking of big switches, my guys, we got some big switches, and we cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny when a switch walks in with a big ass click. You get sprung. I feel like there's a joke to be made for the spring there. Spring, sprung. I couldn't think fast enough. You get 62 grams. It's way heavier than that. No, they are way heavier. They're like 300. Yeah. All right, so yes, anyways, to the point, Mike of Novelkeys, our awesome partner, was very gracious enough to give us 3 big switches to give away. So we will be doing 3 giveaways. There's going to be one for the yellow dark linear, or dark yellow linear, and then one for the pale blue clicky, and then one for the burnt orange tactile. So, We'll do them to keep it fair. I guess we'll do it all random. Do RNG in the Twitch chat.
Let me open up the RNG's machine. So if you're interested in winning one of these giant switches, let us know if you prefer clicky, linear, or tactile in chat, or what.
Should we do the giveaway? Let the first person have their choice between all three types, and then let the second person choose between the last two.
Runoffs. We're gonna do runoff.
Okay. That I guess that probably is better. So that way at least one of the three people is guaranteed to get the genre they want.
Yeah. So in chat, starting right now for all the people who are early. Sorry now. So if you already typed it in, type it in again. I think. Oh, hold on. Why is my RNG's just not working?
Uh-oh. Well, while Huey figures that out, you will have to message us in our Discord channel to claim your prize, and so we can get your information. Huey and I are both there. Mike is there, and he's going to be shipping them directly to you. They're not in our hands. They're not the ones that Huey was juggling. He actually has real ones. They'll have the real production models. They have the packaging and everything. It's awesome. We saw them at the meetup. Those will be the ones that you'll be winning.
Oh, there was an update today. Hold on.
Oh.
Literally, it says November 30th for the patch notes for my thingy.
Okay, well, that just gives people more time to enter, so that's cool.
Well, I mean, no one is actually entering right now.
That's true. Sorry, guys. we were less prepared for this than we should be, but we appreciate the fact that you like Clicky so much. Clicky seems to be like overwhelming in the Twitch chat. So still got over 90 viewers, which is pretty cool. But in the grand scheme of things, we're giving away three big switches, so that's still pretty good odds, because out of those 90 people, like 40 to 50 of them will enter. How are we looking, Huey?
Give me a second.
Yep. So once again, if you do win, join our Discord. Link is under the stream, and PM either myself or Huey, and we will get you set up with that stuff. We will ask that you prove your Twitch username, assuming it is different. And thank you, Dead Encryption, for subscribing using your Twitch Prime. Also, while Huey fixes this, shout out. We have a subscribe button on Twitch. We have for a little while now. You might have noticed. Maybe you didn't. But up in the top right, there's a little subscribe button, and you can subscribe to us, which helps us out a lot. Helps us do cool things like buy new equipment and stuff. But if you have Amazon Prime, you also have... It's just like exploding with people subscribing now. I love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, like you can probably see already, if you have Amazon Prime, you automatically have Twitch Prime. So it's actually free to subscribe to us if you're not subscribing to another channel via that same method. So you can just throw that our way if it's just sitting in limbo, and maybe we're your favorite Twitch channel. So there is that. So thank you all for subscribing. Also, if that's something you do want to do and you want to continue doing it, you do have to redo it every month, because after the month of Twitch Prime, it just cancels your subscription, and you have to resubscribe. Still free, of course. But yeah, that's how Amazon gets you, from them having to pay Twitch less money.
Why is it not letting me work? Like, it's literally not working for some reason. It's not letting anyone join this. Hold on. I can figure this out.
Yeah, I as a backup, we can do this after the stream in the Discord server, and we can just include everyone in the Discord server, and that'll be fun too. So, as a quote unquote worst case scenario, we'll do the giveaway on Discord, and you can join there and check it out.
Actually, I think I know what's. Oops, sorry guys. I literally cannot see some of the buttons on my screen. Come on. Oh, okay. Now it's working. It is working now.
Okay, giveaway has not has not been completed yet, so now you can enter.
Now you can enter.
So I apologize for you guys having to enter again.
So
but
sorry. Yes, please let us know if you want to win a clicky, tactile, or linear. It is now open, and very soon we'll be rolling and seeing who wins between them. The first person who wins does get to choose between the three which one they would like. Second place gets to choose between the remaining two, and the third winner will receive whichever is remaining.
Every time I see Grandma's lube, it makes me laugh.
Ooh-wee. This is actually one of our most lit giveaways. 56.
56. All right, and we'll go a little bit longer. We'll go another minute or two. Got to make sure we get as many people there as possible. Also, I think someone cheered us. I actually don't know how cheers work on Twitch. I'm kind of a noob.
I don't know either. I mean, I should know, but thanks.
Yeah, the new top cheer is by MB Surfer.
Thank
you very much.
On, man.
I don't know what it does, but I definitely appreciate it because it looks cool. It's a little shiny little bit. That's neat.
Okay, so we have 60 people now entered.
Okay.
Their donation money. Oh, thank you for the donation money. It's Twitch's
Sweet.
own currency.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Okay. Neato.
Thank you so much for the donation then.
Yeah. Sweet.
Good luck, everyone. You are very wholesome. Some people would be like, I hope you all lose.
Yeah. We're a big fan of wholesome on Top Clack. Very big fan. All right, what? One more minute? 7:13.
I physically cannot see the clock on my screen because my camera is blocking it at this angle, and my phone is charging. So you will let me know.
I will let you know. As soon as mine says 7:13, we'll go.
As soon as yours says it, I'll start typing it out since we are delayed from the reality of chat.
Yeah. How many users we have now? Enters?
61 still.
61? Okay.
Yes.
So you got just a few more seconds to get in if you haven't already. That's pretty good though. That's 2/3 of our current live viewers. Hard to argue with that.
I feel like Klippe has been the most popular.
Yeah, it was earlier too. Yeah, Klippe.
Look at okay, let's see if I can focus my camera. There we go. Look at that click bar.
That's savage. 7:13.
Okay. I'll focus back on myself. Time to Lego your egos.
All right, remember guys, 3 winners. All right, LOL Shecky, awesome.
LOL Shecky, let us know which one. Yeah.
Long time viewer. Let us know which one you want on Discord. You can PM myself, preferably as soon as you can. That way we know what 2 are left.
You can say it in chat.
That works too.
I see all the winners' messages on this giveaway screen. So if you just say it, we'll know which one to
perfect.
remove.
That's even more convenient.
So, LOL Shecky, if you could really quickly just be like linear or clicky or tactile, pew 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 pew, and then we'll know which one is the top gun. LOL Shecky, please. It's been 48 seconds, my dude. Please.
Oh, he's here. So give him a second.
All the pressure. All the time.
All the pressure. Oh. Maybe the delay on Twitch is longer than we thought.
8 seconds.
All right, Shecky, let us know which type you want, and then we will move on to the second winner.
His palms are sweaty.
There's probably vomit on his sweater already.
He has chosen Klippe. Congratulations, LOL Shecky, for your Klippe Giant Switch.
Awesome.
PM Brian or myself on Discord, and we'll work out all the deets for you, my dude.
Awesome.
Yay. So, are we ready for the next one now that we have 62 people entered to join?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead and run it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No Chance RPG. All right, another longtime watcher. I like when longtime supporters of the stream win stuff.
Yay. No Chance RPG. Which would you like to choose between linear and tactile?
He wants tactile. Thank you for responding quickly. So
Congratulations.
then our third winner will default to linear, which is nothing wrong with linear. All linears matter. All right, last one. Last winner will be getting the linear. White Red. All right, another long time. I like this because I see these usernames all the time. Perfect.
Congratulations, White Ren, on your linear giant switch. Will come with the giant keycap and the fancy packaging it comes with.
The packaging is sweet too. I love that box. All right, so yes, all three of you, LOL, Shecky, No Chance RPG, and White Ren, all three of you need to message either myself on Discord or Huey on Discord, and give us your your name, your address, and stuff, so we can give all that stuff over to Mike, and Mike will be directly shipping you that stuff.
You know what though? I'm not done with the giveaways, Brian.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Surprise!
Surprise! Who wants to win a Hako True Switch? Because this is the only sampler at the moment.
I do have some clear sitting here too.
Who wants to win a Hako True Switch? To try it out. Because this might be an awesome way. Giorgio, please.
Maybe. How many do you have, actually?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 I can give away.
You know what we should do?
Send them packs of each. Do you have 5 you can give away?
I do have 5 I can give away.
So maybe 5 lucky winners will each receive 1 Hako True and 1 Hako Clear.
That could be cool.
That could be really cool.
I feel like we've already spent a lot of time doing the giveaways for the big switches. Are we willing to invest a bunch more time right now into giving these away? All right. Well, I guess there's your answer. People can try Hako switches before they ship. Well before they ship. Months before they ship. All right, so we can get 5 winners here.
We have 64 people entered, so we're just going to go for it, I guess.
Sure. This is very impromptu. I didn't know this was happening.
Neither did I. AXM2. Congratulations,
AXM2.
PM either of us on the official Discord.
Yes. Good stuff. All right. So I guess we're going to have 5 winners, right? We might as well just keep rapid firing.
Yep.
These.
Matumbo. Congratulations. Same thing. PM us on our Reddits.
Yeah, ideally Discord. That's a lot easier.
I mean, sorry, on our Discord.
Yeah, only on our Discord. That way we can force people to join Discord. Perfect. Top Clack monopoly here. 32.
Running hack. Hey, center.
All right, you can check out some Halo switches. This is not limited to Con US. We will ship internationally, so anybody that wins will get the switches.
No matter where you live.
Theoretically, unless like some weird something weird happens.
Unless you actually live in Antarctica.
Yeah, unless like you live like underwater, like, and you can't receive mail or something. But...
Can you guys ship to Atlantis?
Yes. All right, so that's 3. We got 2 more.
Master Wanderer.
All right, you gonna check out switches.
Sweet. PM us on our Discord, my dude.
Sweet. All right, one more, last one to get a sample of both the Hako Clear and Hako True. You will get 1 of each. All winners will get 1 of each.
Mao. He won from
Zero.
us.
Okay.
Mao Zero. He's won from something from us before, hasn't he?
Oh well.
Nice,
so
nice.
nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. We got 5 switches set aside, 5 clears, 5 trues, and you get to check out Hako switches.
Yeah.
All right.
All is good in the hood.
But deep down, I knew there were really a lot of socioeconomic issues in the hood.
So now this is the part of our show where you have questions. We may or may not have answers. We cannot guarantee they are the correct answers, but they will be answers nevertheless.
Yep. We'll try to get through this relatively fast. Remember, if you have questions for us, use the Top Clack tag at Top Clack, then ask the question. That way both of us can see it a lot easier, and we can just filter through there so we don't have to read through all the chat. Not that I don't want to read through all the chat, but, you know. Has viewer count dropped? Yeah. It happens. I mean, we still have 85 current viewers. That's still pretty good.
But let's start
It goes up and down.
Let's start off with this great question. Lube guide win?
Okay, Equinox. I do currently have a lube guide. I will be altering it, adding to it, updating it, etc. So that's hopefully coming in the pretty near future. But if you do absolutely have to have a switch lubing guide right now and you cannot wait, then you could hit up my older article over at kbdlounge.com. There's a switch lubing guide from me there. Anchorbait asks, what is your guys' opinion on Aristotle switches versus something like Kailh Navy? I think the box switch is just a superior design. I will probably never use Aristotle hybrids ever again because there are already so many different versions of Kailh click bar switches.
Yep, same.
Pretty easy there. Matumbo, thank you for subscribing with the Twitch Prime too. I've already had a handful of subs this episode, so that's awesome. Really cool stuff. Sinkers asked, I have lubes for cubes. Would they work? I assume you mean Rubik's cubes. That theoretically should work
as long as they're non-conductive. That's the key thing.
Yeah. Actually, there's someone in the community, Pernicious Pony, used to be a Rubik's cube enthusiast, and now he is a keyboard enthusiast. And that's one of the things he was telling me, that, like, you know, people shouldn't really even be buying stuff like Krytox. Like, Krytox is way more than anyone in the keyboard community needs in terms of like lube. And one of the things he recommended me, I don't remember the name of it because I forgot to buy some, but he recommended me a very, very cheap lube. Like, it was only like a couple dollars for like a lot of it, and it was marketed as a Rubik's cube lube. So there's that. Yeah, as long as it's non-conductive, go ahead, give it a try. Just try a switch, see what happens. Shep Lore asks, when will James's B face not be broken? No. It'll always be broken because it's haunted. JTanHW asks an awesome question. Awesome question. He says, why don't you guys use QMK? We do sometimes use QMK. Yeah, it's not that we're totally unfamiliar with it. We have used it before. We don't care for programming PCBs, and we do not need the extra power that QMK provides over something like Bootmapper client, which is literally just point and click. There's no physical bootloader. You know, there's no raw data. There's no making your layouts. You just click. You click what you want stuff to do. It's so easy. And for us who use relatively standard layouts, and we don't need like you know, tap dancing and million key macros and stuff. Like we can just use Bootmapper client, and it's really, really easy, and we like that. We like easy. I should be able to plug in a keyboard like from blank, program it in like a minute or less. I don't like wasting time on that. I'd rather use my keyboard than program it.
Yeah, I don't use anything advanced. The most I do is I have 2 different layers or 3 different layers.
Okay, here's an awesome question by the previous level. It says, Brian, your Hako switch review says it's self-lubricating. How so? Does that mean it's pointless to lube Hako switches? So with with all Kailh box switches, just by design, there's actually a little pad. So I'm not going to open one up right now. I'd have to find my tweezers. But there's a little pad that comes out of where the leaf is actually segregated from the rest of the switch. Part of it's like dust and water resistance and stuff. But there's a little pad that the leg of the slider rubs up against, and that pad actually has lube on it. And I don't know what material it is. It might be like palm, so it might be self-lubricating there. Little palm on palm action.
Fun fact, calling them Hako box switches is redundant because Hako translates to box.
Box switches. Got it. But anyway, that little nub has lube on it, like always. So every time you press the slider down, it keeps the leg itself lubed, the leg of the slider. Could you lube box switches? Yeah, I would. If I were to lube them, I would just lube all the other parts of the switch that I would normally lube, and I would not touch the legs, because I think they're already pretty smooth as is. Honestly, I don't really see getting a ton of benefit by lubricating them more, but maybe that's just me. I wouldn't say it's pointless to lube Hako switches. It's something you can always try when the time arises. You never know what you're gonna like more until you try it. When is Crytalk's Grade 0 coming? Asked Payway is great. I actually don't know. It's a good question.
Ask the K-bit.
Spam Krellbit for answer on that. Will you guys be streaming your 5-degree case builds or reviewing them? Yeah,
yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Sounds both those things sound good. Melodit asks, how have your tastes changed since you joined the community? Personally started off loving loud keycaps and low-profile cases, have since flipped. That's a good question. I would say, like when I very first entered the community, I really liked MX Browns. I had a Poker 2, MX Browns, stock PBT keycaps, high-profile plastic case. I thought I was living the dream. It was baller. It's baller. But obviously, since then, I tend to like, metal cases that are high profile. I tend to like ABS keycaps a little bit more now, the nicer ones like from GMK. And I don't care for MX Browns anymore. But I think everyone kind of does that same thing. Like when you first get into this community, what do you get? Like you use stock OEM boards with unmodified cherry switches and stabilizers, and stock OEM profile ABS caps, and you like stuff as you get it. Like you get a keyboard and like you like it and you think it's awesome, then you get something else and you think it's awesome, and it's just kind of an evolution thing until eventually you either have enough money or you've been around long enough, or both, that you've tried the more quote unquote premium stuff. And yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. I feel like most people just kind of go through that transformation over time. What about you, Huey?
So, unlike most people, I actually never, ever liked MX Browns. My first boards were MX Blues, which I was like, I'm all about that click. And then my girlfriend at the time, she got a DOS with Browns. I was like, yeah, I'll try. Nope. Immediately, even she hated it, and she like sold it in like under a week of owning it on Mech Market, which was hilarious how much Browns didn't work. But I always liked high profile. I tried a lot of low profile things early on, because at the time sandwich builds were cheap, and that's how I tried out a decent amount of switches. But in terms of like my taste, I definitely, if you guys knew me from when I first started the community, I was absolutely in love with DSA and SA sets. SA sets for likes, kind of like now, but I also did use them back then. And then I also exclusively use a ton of DSA sets. I used to have almost as many DSA sets as I currently have GMK sets. Yeah, I used to own almost all the big major DSA sets, as well as all the OG big original SA sets. But then I discovered Cherry Profile, and I've never looked back. I also, when I first got my HHKB, thought it was overrated. And then it grew on me. And now Topra is life. Yeah.
Sorry, talking to someone. Okay, not G10 asks 4K win. I'm actually using a 4K webcam right now, but I think between Skype and Twitch compression, it doesn't look as good as it could.
Yeah, we're also only streaming in 1080p, so everything's being downscaled to 1080p. I mean,
That's also
could
true.
probably do a 4K stream. I have the bandwidth. We'll see.
Maybe we should try that.
We can try it for a build stream.
Yeah, test it out. All right, MB Surfer asks, what are your most anticipated HHKB customs? M0110, Fiel Pro, Tokyo 60, etc. I think you pretty much just hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
Those would be my top three. Probably leading with the M0110. I think that's pretty
trying
nice.
it out at the NorCal meetup, even though it only had an acrylic plate, then like that case itself was amazing.
Giorgio, please.
Giorgio, please. I'll throw the ball again.
But the Tokyo 60 is also really. I mean, all three of those are just gonna be knock out of the park products. Honestly, it's hard to decide. Yeah. Frostbite A asks, did you join the Cherry Silent Black group buy?
Nope.
No. Any ideas on when you guys will have a guest again? Asks Amaloi.
Yeah, Brian, when will we have a guest again?
Why is this only on me? Come on. You can find guests too. Hopefully next week. It's like, I know it kind of seems like we're trying to just not have guests anymore, but that's totally not the case.
That's actually the opposite of the case.
It's actually not the case. Yeah, we are trying to keep having guests. The problem with our show's structure and the fact that we've already been on for, we're well into our second year now, is we've already had a lot of like the really awesome people in the community, and there are other awesome people to have on, but there are often time zone conflictions. A lot of like really cool people are international from us, so it can be tough getting certain people on. But again, I did mention it at the beginning of the stream, and I'll mention it again since we still have a fair amount of viewers. If you have ideas on who you would like to see on the stream, let us know. Go in our Discord, hit us up, tag us, PM us, whatever, and just be like, hey, like we want to see this person, or I want to see that person. Let us know. I'll keep a list, and I will message every single one of them. Like, easy peasy. Promise. Okay. Still trying to catch up a little bit here. Anchorbait asks, have either of you used VPF 1525 lube? If not, what's your preferred lube? I have not used that. I've never even heard of that.
Nope.
I do love to lube switches, and I've been doing it for a while, but I would not say I'm an expert when it comes to knowing lubes. I use a lot of things. I use I like the thin or the thick blends that you can buy, that Mkawa mixes. You can buy those from Tech Keys or Zeal PC. I think those are fine. I've used both of Krellbit's new lubes. Those are pretty nice too. Pretty good value. I just got some Krytox 106 in as well not that long ago. I haven't tried that yet. I have tried 105 and a couple others, and I thought they were all right. So I mean, there's stuff. I don't know if I necessarily have like an absolute preference right now. Morning Coffee asks, I just tuned in. What's the too long didn't watch for this episode? We talked about drama. We talked about cool upcoming boards. We gave away some big switches and some Hako switches. And yeah, that's about it. Now we're on to the Q&A. Obviously, hit up the VOD, my man. Come on. Giorgio looks surprised 24/7. Totally. Oh, awesome question by TechFresh. When do we get Hako Clear versus Round 8 Zelios? Well, guess what, my man? I may or may not have some Round 8 Zelios, courtesy of the man himself. I decided to be ambitious, and I was like, hey, send me some of the Round 8 ones with the upgraded springs. So he sent me 70 of the 67 gram and 70 of the 78 gram.
Yeah.
So
which one do I get?
I could probably send you one of them. I was planning on just using the 78 gram as a comparison to Hako Clears, because that's
should. That would be a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, TechFresh is asking about the comparison with the 67 gram, but Hako Clears use closer to a 78 gram spring. So this would actually be a better comparison than the 67 grams, in my opinion. I think once my 5-degree case comes in, which it shipped days ago, I still haven't gotten tracking on it yet. I'm not really entirely sure what's going on there. But I will be using the 78 gram Round 8 Zelios in there, and then I will be doing direct comparisons against the Hako Clears. So look forward to that. I will have a review and comparison of that in the near future. I don't know when Zeal's group buy ends, but if it ends in a couple days, then I'm not going to make it in time.
Speaking of reviews, though, after my VLX Hako True review, if you're in our Discord, let me know what you guys want me to review next for video reviews. I know I have the ALF coming my way eventually to review, but let me know whatever else, because otherwise I do have a stack of boards, but there's things more in particular or more relevant people do want me to review. That's what Top Clack's for.
Giorgio, please. Aw. Anyways, still lots of questions. We're actually like 14 minutes behind in the chat here, so I'm gonna try to blow through some of these. OG Master Keith asks, will you both be attending the next Seattle meetup? So the next Seattle meetup's January 13th. I will be there. I don't think Huey will be.
I will not be. I will be at the I will be attending the summer ones for now.
Yeah, I'm not organizing the Seattle ones anymore. Brandon from the Seattle Slack is. He's doing a good job, but he will be putting out a post very soon. I think this week even, if not next week.
Hopefully, it's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, it's in January. I'm pretty sure. Actually, hold on, I can find out like right now. So the date is January 13th, 12:30 to 4:30. That's going to be at the Living Computer Museum in Seattle, just like our last two major ones were as well. So that's going to be the Seattle Winter Meetup. I will be there. It's going to be a little bit more low profile. There's not going to be 1,000 people flying in for it this time. So, yep. No Chance RPG asks, have you put Hako Clear Springs in any other switches? Is the experience the same? I have not put Hako Clear Springs in anything else.
You can only really put them in other box switches.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't yet. I mean, when my future shipments of them come, I'll probably try it out, because interesting to see how it works with the preload for the spring. For other switch types.
HHKB for Life asks, could you use Holy Panda stock, or do you recommend lubing them? I liked them lubed a little bit. I didn't lube them a lot. I put like a pretty light coat of a thin blend on there, kind of like I would for a linear switch. I didn't want anything to take away from the fact that that tactility is just so supreme. Yeah.
I use a very, very, very thin coat of Techkeys Thin Lube, the one that Mkawa mixes. That's all I use, but very thin. Like, you probably would almost not tell I lubed it.
Yeah. But I would use them stock. Like, they weren't terribly scratchy. They were a little scratchy, but not terribly. Frostbite A asks, what are your thoughts on Cerakoting? I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
Anchor. All right.
I grew up from a place where we've a lot of guns, and we shoot a lot of guns, and Cerakoting is very popular with guns, and Cerakoting's pretty cool. Feels nice.
All right. Yep. Anchorbait asks, what PCBs would you recommend for a 60% build? Planning on a new one and don't want to default to GH60. I've had bad experiences with them. Well, if you're okay with Bootmapper client and you want a lot of layout options and that kind of stuff, then you should head over to our Discord and hit up Alex at Planck. He's currently selling a few custom PCBs that are very nice. Huey and I have both received some. I'm actually using one right now. It's totally fine. If you like Bootmapper client, I would definitely go that way. Not terribly expensive. A lot cheaper than a genuine V-Face, that's for sure. And they do have the LED underglow RGB. ZXSQ asks, which would be better in your opinion, an aluminum case with USB port cutout or plastic case with no cutout but would still support USB? What?
Aluminum?
Yeah, aluminum. But wait, why a plastic case with no cutout?
The aluminum would only be Bluetooth, for example, and the plastic one has a cutout for a USB port.
But he says a plastic one with no cutout, but would still support USB. How would you support USB with no cutout? I don't understand the question.
Magic.
2Cast TV asks, guess when? I don't know, man. Try it. Hopefully next week. Invisibility says, Binge and Krellbit are going to test 205 grade 0, but 204 is waiting to be manufactured. I don't know who asked that question, but there's no concrete date on lube for sale. Okay. Zoology asks, have you guys reviewed Kailh Cubic profile yet? I actually have a set of Kailh Cubic, but I have not reviewed it. I could do that if there's enough interest for it. Frostbite A asks, if you had to pick a keyboard layout with a numpad, which would it be? 96 key, 1800, etc. 96 key for me.
1800.
Anchorbait asks, which... Oh, wait. Oh, he asked that question twice. Okay, well, there we go. I answered it. Sorry it took so long. All right, we're almost caught up here. Meowgo11 asks, you should invite regular people, not not GB runners. Okay, so just, okay.
Like influential community members?
Yeah, like people like Pudsey, for example, who, Pudsey's a very experienced keyboard enthusiast. He's been around for a long time, but he's not a vendor. He's not a GB runner. So, I mean, that could be a thing. Mago Jesus asking a hard question. Is OneUp Keyboard Carbon Fiber TKL a Korean custom? I don't want to answer that question.
It is not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends what your definition of a Korean custom is. Because as far as I'm aware, there is no concrete definition of what a Korean custom is.
There's a community
definition.
For example, we've already defined GON boards and Windkeyless boards. They're Korean boards, but they're not customs. They're I call them boutique boards.
Okay, but is it not a custom keyboard?
It is a custom keyboard, but it's not custom with a K.
Okay, so if you replace it's a
custom with a C. It's a custom keyboard with a C from Korea, but not a custom with a K board.
Okay, so I mean,
that's how I define it.
If we're picking hairs here, custom with a K is not even a real word to begin with, but it is a community word.
It is very community word
where people have thoughts on it. But if you want to get technical.
Because I mean, if I built a board of the GH60, is it a Chinese custom?
Well, then you get down to what makes a keyboard, the housing, or the PCB.
Exactly. So that's why it's easier to say it isn't.
Yeah. Well,
as opposed to a Korean custom where all the parts were designed or sourced from Korea, right?
It's a really silly conversation topic, in my opinion. I mean. So the carbon fiber TKL, if all the parts are sourced from Korea, it is Korean in origin, and it is a custom kit. So by that logic, it is a Korean custom. But depending on your version of custom, with or without a K, that could also be different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a stupid topic, honestly. J-Chan in chat, interesting, nice, asks, how was your Thanksgiving / start of holidays? Did you get anything on Black Friday? I got nothing.
The only thing I got was a 3-axis gimbal for video reviews. Yeah. It's not Black Friday. I will be getting some BKE lights very soon. So that's gonna be a fun dome swapping stream in the future.
I can't wait to go check my mail after the show because
I hope you got yours.
My BKE dome should be in there. So that's gonna be cool. Yes. Okay, Spade Blaze a little out of the loop. He asks, is anything different about the round 8 Telios? Oh no, sorry, he's not out of the loop. He said Telios, not Zelios. I don't know if there's a change for the round 8 Telios. No idea. No idea. J-Chan is requesting a play date between Giorgio and what I'm assuming is his newish dog, Cheddar. I mean, if you don't mind getting attacked again.
I will be in SoCal in mid-December.
There you go. Sinkers asks, have any of you joined the Pearl 40% GB? If so, will there be a build / review? I have not joined it because I couldn't afford it.
I have not joined it, but if you'd like me to review it, you should definitely convince Kubacek to send me one of his to review.
Yeah. If we can get one in our hands one way or another, we can review it. But we can't afford to buy one at the moment. So there's that. Amaloy asks, get a chance to form more of an opinion on the K-type? Asked last time and you guys haven't really had much time with the board yet. Yeah, so mine actually doesn't even have switches in it right now. I took out the Halo switches because I'm making Holy Pandas lubed for someone. So I still have no time into the board, basically. Very, very little time. But, you know, as soon as I'm able to get to it, lots of other things first, man. There's always more stuff. OG Master Keith asks, build stream tonight? I don't think so.
Nope.
I got to work on my review for the ALF X2 tonight. So I'll probably be rebuilding that and working on that review. And then getting this over to Huey.
I need to figure out all the capabilities and how to work my new 3-axis gimbal.
Yeah, and I kind of want to play a little bit of Overwatch tonight.
So do I.
It's been a little while.
Let's play some Overwatch.
Huey and I are going to play some Overwatch. If you want to join our Discord and play some Overwatch with us, then, you know, hit us up. Mog Genius asks, did anyone ask to compare orange box stem to the Halo clear stem? Yes,
it's like comparing an A cup to like a D cup.
Yeah, I mean the Hako
different
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try. Someone has been asking. I don't remember the username, but someone has been asking me to do that. I can try, but like it's not gonna feel like the same or anything. I imagine the clear is just gonna feel better because it's way more my style of tactility. Mm-hmm. What's the best vidya to test out newly built keyboards?
Typing of the Dead. It's House of the Dead, except when you shoot the zombies, you shoot them by typing words. Game is good pacing. It's based off of really campy B+ 80s horror movies, so it's hilarious in like the really bad dialogue and the grainy filter effects. But it's a fun game. That's probably one of the best games to test out your keyboard on for new keyboard.
Kiryu asks, he didn't tag us, but he asked a pretty interesting question. With Input Club and Mass Drop being at odds, is it weird that Mass Drop is running the K-type again, or did I miss something? That is a little weird. I don't know.
I can investigate further. I don't know if I can have an answer I can give you, but I will investigate further.
We could ask Input Club, and maybe they can give us something that we can talk about on the show. That is an interesting question, though. Because I would have bet that they never would have worked together again. But there might be a contract in place to where Mass Drop is able to just keep running the K-type or something. So, hard to know. Mog Genius is asking, are they shaped differently, referring to Hako clears and box burnt brown or burnt orange? Yeah, they are. The Hako stems are custom made. It's a custom mold, basically reverse engineered by Input Club. So it's a completely different design. They do not feel the same at all. All right, that is the end of questions as far as I can see.
We've caught up.
So that's probably a good time to stop. We've kept it under 2 hours, which is still fine. Can't complain too much about that.
Partnership plugs.
Yeah. So obviously we've been talking a lot about switches, and we've been talking a lot about Hako switches. So, our awesome partners over at Input Club have been putting in a lot of work for the community lately. You can go check out their current store right now, kono.store. I just put the link in the Twitch chat. All sorts of things up right now, including, obviously, the Hako switches, which have been extended for their pre-order. You can get them until December 20th now, so about a 3-week extension. Pretty darn good. So you can check out my review and Huey's review of the Hako clears and trues, respectively. And while you're there, you can, you pick up some Hako switches, probably both because they're both good. And then, you click over here on apparel and oh, what's this? A Top Clack shirt. Oh my God. You add one of those to your cart because you just have to, because it's $20 and, you want to look good because Top Clack. See, look how good that looks on Huey. I mean, Huey was already a really good looking man, but when you put the Top Clack shirt on him, got me sweating, man. Got me feeling all sorts of ways.
So really quick, someone asked why is their name kono.store. So Input Club is the design branch of them, and Kono is their store retail side of them. Kono, by the way, translates to this, so it's literally this store. They're really great.
There you go.
The box switch, this store. It really translates to you can buy the box switch at this store.
Speaking of box switches, Huey, tell us a little bit about Novelkeys.
Novelkeys, they are awesome. They are amazing, as you can see by my Novelkeys sticker I have on one of my desk caddies. They had the pre-order for these giant switches, which they so generously gave us 3 to give away on the stream today, which we did. Yay, yay. They have a wonderful, awesome, giant selection of box switches, Outemu switches, and Kailh switches, which are box switches, and I'm forgetting someone else. But yeah, they have a lot of switches, especially a lot of custom switches, like the Jade and Navy switches, which will be coming to us soon, as well as all their very popular heavy switches, like the pale blues that Brian really, really liked when he built with them, or the box whites that I really liked. Mike's been going hard. He's also working on some mouse pads, which we'll hopefully see some more information about later. Brian, you've been working on an ALF review. Who's that ALF keyboard? Who's running that?
That is being run by our third and currently final partner at the moment, zFrontier. Link just posted in chat. Obviously, you probably have heard of zFrontier. They do all sorts of group buys. They're kind of like a distributor at this point. They're currently running DSA Peach, which is a pretty cool set that you can check out right on there in the key sets. And of course, they gave us, this ALF X2 to check out, which is pretty cool. They also gave us the Time TKL to check out. Both surprisingly pretty awesome products, and we've been having a lot of fun with them. And a lot of people loved that Time TKL at the NorCal meetup. Someone every time I walked over to our table, there was someone looking at it and picking it up. So obviously, it was turning heads. Really cool products. Make sure you check out.
I'm pretty sure at that meetup, I'm pretty sure almost no one knew I had Telios on the board because it was upside down the whole time.
which was awesome because obviously the accent is the main draw, the main attraction of that board. So yeah, make sure you check out zFrontier for all your awesome board and keycap related stuffs. They've also been helping us bring Top Clack over to China, so we've been very thankful for that. Chinese community has been very supportive of us, very very receiving.
Would foreign Big Brother like to give some words to our Chinese audience?
You know, being called foreign big brother is like the greatest thing in my life. I need more people in the Chinese community to call me that though. But I wonder if that'll change the translation if they say it like that. Because I wonder if they actually say it like a different way, but it translates to foreign big brother. But if they say foreign big brother, it's something different. I don't know, but I like that. It was cool. 666. There you go. How about that? Shout out Chinese brethren.
There we go. There we go. Last but not least, feel free to join our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube, social media stuff, blah 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 blah. So, subscribe to us on Twitch or with Twitch Prime if you have that available and haven't used it for the month which is ending or for next month. We definitely appreciate any help we can get, helping get us nice equipment like my 3-axis gimbal, Brian's new webcam. Projects for us to do, giveaways for us to have, shipping for these giveaway things, our website, and all these things are all possible thanks to our sponsors and you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Today we hit our peak viewer count of 105, I think, which was the most we've had since the 1 year special. So awesome that we were able to cross that on a normal episode. Really thankful for that. So thank you all. Below stream, join Discord, come chat with us. We're gonna play some Overwatch, I think. So yeah, and get all these giveaway items sorted because I have about a bazillion PMs looking over at my Discord now. Like 1, 2, bazillion. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, look forward to next episode. Hopefully we'll have a guest. Same time, same place. Much love.
See you next week, everyone.